Derek Jeter is not overrated. Now, let me be clear to the casual baseball fan, Derek Jeter is not the best player of all time. There are plenty of people out there who do think that Derek Jeter is the best player in the world. He's the best to ever play. He was the best player while his career was going on. The fact of the matter is Derek Jeter was probably never the best player on his team. The fact of the matter is Derek Jeter is not the best player of all time. Derek Jeter might not be the best shortstop of all time either, but that's okay. We are allowed to celebrate this guy's career and realize that he might not be the best player to ever play baseball. This world of analytics, we've gotten so hung up on it, which I find very ironic because there are also plenty of people out there who will say that Derek Jeter was just this overrated slap hitter, and if he never played in New York, he would be a glorified Greg Biggio, which is ridiculous. Anyone who says that has no idea what they're talking about. But here's the thing. Derek Jeter was a very, very, very good hitter, a great hitter for 17 years. From when he won Rookie of the Year in 1996 to when he led the majors in hits in 2012 at the age of 38. What's overrated about that? Everyone in baseball wants more hitters like Derek Jeter, right? So many Yankee fans complain that it's home run or nothing, and that's how the game is being played. But then you bring up Derek Jeter, and everyone says that he's just an overrated slap hitter who got lucky a couple times with the long ball, and if he played anywhere else, he would not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, come on, let's be real here. You knew what you were getting from Derek Jeter for close to 20 years. 2010 was his worst year where he hit like 270. And then what did he do after he got hurt in 2011? Came back, he got his 3,000th hit. I think in his next like 250 games, he hit 330. He hit about 315 in 2012 at the age of 38. He was an MVP candidate at the age of 38. He finished 7th that year in AL MVP voting. Now, obviously, Derek Jeter had a shortcoming. He wasn't great at getting balls to either side. But when the play was to Derek Jeter, did you really expect him to misplay a ball? Some of his best highlights ever are obviously defensively. The flip play, the dive, the jump throw, which obviously was invented because of his lack of range. But again, that's okay. We are allowed to celebrate this guy's career without calling him the best player of all time, because that's the thing. To sit here and just discredit Derek Jeter is blasphemous. Is he more popular? Is he more famous? Does he get a better reputation for being on the Yankees? Of course he does. He would not be as popular if he played in Minnesota or Kansas City or almost anywhere else. But you know what else he did when he was a Yankee? He won 5 World Series rings. And he was certainly no passenger on those teams either. His postseason numbers against much better pitching are practically identical to his career regular season numbers. The guy batted .310 for his career and has over 3,400 hits. No matter where you go, that's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I can't believe that's even an argument. I can't believe that we have to sit here and ask ourselves if a guy with over 3,400 hits and who hit .310 on his career would be a first ballot Hall of Famer if he played anywhere else. Just because of one analytical defensive stat. Does Derek Jeter deserve 5 Gold Gloves? No. But does he deserve 14 All-Star appearances? Absolutely. Maybe in today's game, people would recognize more of Derek Jeter's shortcomings defensively. Maybe people would realize that he's not the best player in the league. But the leadership qualities that don't show up on the box score, quite frankly, if you don't think that leadership qualities matter in any clubhouse, in any sport, you really shouldn't be watching. If you wouldn't want Derek Jeter on your team, I question your knowledge about baseball. Defensive shortcomings or not. Because you knew what you were going to get out of him for almost 20 years. Did other shortstops have better primes? Sure. Cal Ripken Jr., Nomar Garciaparra. I don't think Derek Jeter's best year is as good as those guys' best years. But would you rather have Derek Jeter or Nomar Garciaparra? Would you rather have a guy who you know what you are getting above average offense, well above average offense for close to 20 years? Or would you rather have a guy who, no discredit to Garciaparra, but quite frankly, he didn't have the longevity that Derek Jeter had? Give me the guy who I knew was going to get it done in a clutch situation. Give me the guy who I knew what I was getting every single day. The guy who tried to beat out every ground ball. Give me the guy who, if the ball was hit directly to him, I knew he was going to make the play. In this world where OPS has taken over, and rightfully so, I think that on base plus slugging is probably the best stat in the book, and that shows, in my opinion, who the best players in baseball are. And Derek Jeter does not have an elite OPS in his career, but you know what? It was over 800 while he hit over 300, and he got the job done every single day. Talk to me all you want about how if he played anywhere else, he wouldn't be a first ballot Hall of Famer. A, you're wrong. B, he put up better numbers than your favorite player in the biggest market on the face of the earth. That deserves a lot of credit. The obsession with calling Derek Jeter overrated is so weird. I'm not sure if it's jealousy. I'm not sure if people just want to fit in and be cool and try to convince themselves that Derek Jeter wasn't all that good. But you're wrong. I watched Derek Jeter's entire career practically, and he got the job done from day one to literally his last game. His last hit ever was an RBI single. His last hit at Yankee Stadium was a walk-off single. He had the it factor, and you knew he was going to get it done. And if you don't want that on your team, if that's overrated, then don't watch baseball. I can't believe that even has to be said, but I'm seeing way too much Derek Jeter slander on Twitter everywhere. There are way too many people out there who think that Derek Jeter is the best player of all time, but there are way too many people out there who don't think that he's an all-time great.